Welcome back to Nostalgianomics. So, as the resident outcast of this Pokemon investing space, I've been known to ruffle a few feathers from time to time. And so today I thought, what the heck? Let's stoke the flames a little more, let's have some fun. And so what I did, I pulled up videos with timestamps of a bunch of possibly your favorite YouTubers in this Pokemon investing space, and what they have said and what they think about Pokemon investing in this past year. And I thought I'd bring this video up because this shows that it doesn't matter how large or how many subscribers a YouTube channel has, right? It doesn't matter how entrenched you are in the card collecting space. It doesn't even matter how many years of experience you had. What really matters is what you're actually putting out in your own words in your videos and how that's affecting your audience as they try to navigate through their investing collecting journey. And a lot of these things that some of these much larger channels than me have said, some smaller, are probably affecting their audience negatively. Moving forward, it's causing them to miss out on opportunities, and it could possibly be causing them to actually lose money on investments. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I don't want to create strawmen. I don't want to create boogeymen. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. So what I did is I actually found the videos of them saying these things, and that way you can hear it for yourself, and it's not just me telling you it, creating an unnecessary narrative that I made up. So first one we're going to look at is my good old buddy, good old friend, Mason Cardinal Gaming. If you don't know who Mason is, he owns a couple card stores in Kentucky. He has 22,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, and he put this video out May 13th of 2022. And we're going to hear what he has to say about standard modern Pokemon. Ready for it? Here we go.
Modern products. Standard modern products that you can find forever and ever and will be printed for years and years. They're not investments. Stop.
Stop. Stop investing in modern products. May 13th of 2022. So I guess I'll ask you, did you listen to him? If you did, are you happy you listened to him? I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not giving any of my opinions right now. I'm just throwing this out there. So if you're a fan of Mason, great. If you're not a fan of Mason, that's fine too. But this is what Mason thinks about modern Pokemon products. He says it's not investable and to stop. And so if you agree with that, great. If not, great. Hope it pans out for you, whatever you decide to do if you're listening to him just because he owns card stores and he has 22,000 subscribers. Next up, sure everyone knows SM Pratt. If you don't, Scott has been on YouTube one of the longest of all the Pokemon investment channels. He's kind of a pillar in the hobby, and he's very smart. He's very knowledgeable about this hobby, but I actually did a full breakdown of this video on my channel if you want to watch a full thing, but I just picked out one timestamp here because I think it's important to hear. So this is what Scott says about why your modern Pokemon investments stopped working. Let's hear him out.
So the bottom line is that modern right now is not going to really do much for you in the short term. It's even when you try to hold it years on years or whatever it is, you're flirting with almost 2 years with some of these now, and there's really little no movement. And I think the really blunt takeaway is if your 2-year modern investment makes less than working a day at a minimum wage job, it's probably not much of an investment.
So this video was posted 8 months ago. Let's break down that phrase real quick. If your investment doesn't make more than a minimum wage job, it isn't an investment. So my demographics are basically 20s and 30s and some 40s. Most people in their 20s and 30s, maybe by the time they get to 40s they do, but most people in their 20s and 30s, if you're investing in anything, 401k, mutual funds, real estate, whatever, you don't have a large nest egg saved up by then. And so I'm just going to bring the calculator out so I can make this point very easy for you. A minimum wage job, I don't even know what the minimum wage is nowadays. I don't think anyone's making less than $7 or $8 an hour anymore, but let's just take 7. Let's go on the low end. No one's probably making this anymore, but let's be even more than fair with Scott here. $7 an hour times 40 hours a week times 52 weeks a year. That's $14,560. An average mutual fund, an average 401k, an average IRA, the S&P on average makes anywhere from 8 to 12% a year. So let's take the center of that, 10%. You would need $145,000 invested for you to make 10% a year, $14,500. How much do you have in your 401k? 30, 40, 50 grand. So that's not an investment in Scott's eyes. If you can make more working a minimum wage job than an investment makes you, you shouldn't even invest. You see the lunacy of saying something like that? And again, nothing against Scott. He's a smart guy in Pokemon. It's just, I don't think he truly thought this phrase through when he said that. Because an investment is never meant to outpace your income. Your income will always be your single best wealth building tool. Now, if your investment gets to a certain level and you get a certain amount put away, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, yeah, then you can outpace your income. But that takes years and years and years of growth. So to say that any investment should outpace what you can make at a job is absolutely crazy. So I just want to throw that out there because that can be said for anything, not just Pokemon cards. That can be said for anything. Well, why put, a couple $100 into your 401k every 2 weeks? That doesn't outpace getting a second job. Why, buy a house and continue to pay down your principal, because that house isn't going to outpace getting a second job. That's how the thinking just doesn't line up. So I want you to make sure you listen to these people, you understand their arguments have no base. Again, this was 8 months ago. So he was saying that modern Pokemon does not move. It's going to take years and years. 8 months ago, how many games have we seen in 8 months? Well, I showed you the charts last video. You can go to TCG Player and look for yourself. Type in any XY Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield set and see the growth over the past 8 months. You can click on the product, go to the charts. You can see for yourself. They are all very much above any other investment you can make, pretty much any standard investment. So that argument kind of goes. But again, if you like Scott, if you want to listen to Scott, if you want to go that direction, be my guest. That's definitely your prerogative. He does have 31.5 thousand subscribers. I only have about 3, so maybe he knows more than I do. Next up is going to be reserved investments. Now, Sean's probably the biggest bear on all of YouTube for collectibles. So this is, it's just kind of par for the course. I could have picked any one of his videos basically on his channel, but I chose this one. And so he put this out about 1 year ago. He's got about 13,000 subscribers. So again, a lot more than me, 4 or 5 times as many as I do. And so he says, Pokemon Collector tells 100% truth about modern era collectible market and gets destroyed. So what he's doing is he's reading a blog post, and at the end of the video, he agrees with the blog post and basically applauds the guy who wrote it and agrees with everything he said. But I'm going to show you exactly what he agrees with. So let's listen to this.
It's all going to be like Beanie Babies, more than likely. Most collectibles don't accumulate in value when everyone is doing the same thing with them. The Honus Wagner baseball...
So what he goes on to say is that because everyone, quote, everyone is investing in sealed modern product, it can't gain value. It doesn't work. Yet every day we constantly see sealed product go up in value. I've seen it for 7 years now. So I don't know, maybe his time frame is like 50 years or 100 years. By then I won't care, I'll be dead. But every time, the whole time I've been alive or been back in the market, it has worked. So, but hey, that's his view. So if you want to, a year ago, if you would have took that view, you probably would have missed out on a lot of gains. But hey, at least you wouldn't have had to take the risk, and you wouldn't have had to stress about if they're going to go down and worried about the feeder. So hey, that's certainly a route to go. You can continue to follow and support Sean if you'd like. His channel's Reserved Investments, and that's how he feels about investing in modern product. Next up, what do we got next up? Okay, rock Pokemon. So, I want to take a second on this one. This one kind of hits home for me. So, I was in a live stream on Pokenomics channel. Okay, it was Squeaks and Swami and Jake. And Rock was basically just tearing me apart in the comment section the whole time. The whole time, just tearing me apart. How I wear Abercrombie, clothes a lot. He was saying stuff like, all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm going to short A and F and all this stuff. And so at the end of the whole video we were ending, he said, Pokenomics, tag me in next time. So he wanted to be a part of the debate. Okay? So I did one better. I'm going to pull up this. This isn't to put anyone on blast. I'm not going to show anything else, but this is on Instagram. I messaged Rock Pokemon. I said, I came across your podcast this morning and gave it a listen. Would love to come on one and debate you and Colson. Colson was on his podcast about the topics. I have a good amount of experience in traditional investing since 2008. Obviously not as much as you, I'm sure. He's apparently was a licensed financial advisor, so he feels that he's, above the investment level of most people in the Pokemon community, which he very well may be. So that should make him want to debate this stuff even more, being so knowledgeable. But I said, not as much as you. But also, obviously, I'm very bullish on sealed passive investing and been doing it since 2015. Let me know if you want to do it sometime. He politely texted or messaged back, I'm going to respectfully decline, but thank you. I figured you're always welcome on my channel, though. So I left the option open for him. He's yet to message me back. He doesn't want me to come on his channel and debate him. He does not want to come on my channel and debate me. And so he wants to talk in the chat and kind of talk me down, but he doesn't want to debate, even though he's a financial advisor. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm going to show you what Rock thinks about modern Pokemon. Ready?
A lot of people have been having this debate, is modern Pokemon investable? I still am in that no camp. Let's stop using the investing word and modern, hyper modern.
Let's stop using the investing word. A lot of people use that as a cop-out. An investment is anything you put money into that you expect to make a return on over time. It could be anything. Literally anything. So the term investing, it applies to Pokemon in every sense of the definition. So that's a cop-out. But the other thing is he just doesn't feel it's investment. He doesn't feel it's going to do well. And he goes on this video to tell all the reasons why. You can go watch it. It's called Pokemon Market Mondays, Why Investing in Modern Pokemon Isn't Going to Play Out How You Think It Is. It was released about 7 months ago. We all know how poorly that video has aged. Maybe that's one of the reasons he does not want to debate me or have me debate him, even though he has such accolades as being he was a licensed financial advisor. But, again, I'm just showing you what other people are saying, okay? You all know how I feel already. I have over 100 videos on my channel. I have 8 lives. I have a bunch of lives on other people's streams. You know my position. It's been the same since the beginning. I've never changed it. I never will. I'm going to stay the course as long as it takes. And that pretty much brings me to one of the last people I want to talk about, and it's PK. Poke-Knowledge, if you don't know him, he's got a channel called Poke-Knowledge Cards. He just crossed 5,000 subscribers. Congratulations to him. First thing I want to say about PK, me and him have had some battles in the past. I've looked back at PK. I've looked back at his videos. And I'm going to say, he is not a perma-bull on Modern. He actually does see the value of Modern. He does invest in Modern himself. The one gripe I have is how he does talk up vintage slabs so much. So it's not that he's against Modern, but the way he talks up vintage slabs is he talks a lot about, he shows these charts that look like this, and he shows the slabs back from 2016 until now. And the analogy I like to use is, okay, if you're financially savvy at all, right? If you're at a blackjack table, right, and you start with $100, okay, and a few shoes in, you work it up to $1,000, and that dealer says, okay, end of the shoe, we're going to shuffle, and you look down at those $1,000 in chips, and you say, okay, I could leave right now, or I could keep playing. That right there, that is your $1,000. No matter that you came with 100, that's irrelevant at that point. At that point, that's a real $1,000. You could pick up and leave. It's yours. The same thing goes for these vintage slabs. Even though you may have held since back here in 2016, and it ran all the way up into these levels, if you do not sell and you decide to continue to hold, that's your money. You legitimately have this much money up here. You legitimately have that. It's yours. All you have to do is sell it and realize it. If you do not realize it, and you have continued to hold ever since that top and continue on the downtrend all the way down, you've made a poor financial decision, a poor investment. So even though it's higher than when you got in, not making the decision to realize those gains and put them into other investments that are on the rise, that are going to do well, is just as bad as either not buying into another product or buying into something and watching it go down and losing money. It's the same thing at that point. And that's always my biggest issue of talking about getting into slabs in this day and age. Because, yeah, if you would have done it back then, you did great. I mean, how much more accolade do you want? A round of applause, you're great, you're a genius, whatever. At this point, though, it doesn't make sense to hold them. It wouldn't have made sense ever since the spike, ever since 2020, 2021, to hold on to them. It would have made sense to realize your gains, dump it into modern sealed product under MSRP, hold and let that run up, and then when it gets to a certain area where it starts to plateau, rinse and repeat. That's what I've always preached. But that's the only real problem I have with PK's videos when he talks about slab investing. To be fair, he does talk about, buying and grading yourself. He does talk about modern sealed as well. So that's why I don't want to beat him down. I think we have a lot more in common on this than I originally thought. But I don't like how he makes it look like because of this rise before that they're still a good investment, because they're not. So with all that being said, we have me, which I'm a small channel, 3,000 or so subscribers. Which again, thank you to all of you who continue to show up my videos, watch them, comment in the comment section, and send me messages on Instagram or emails. I appreciate each and every one of you. We have large channels like Mason and SM Pratt in the 30,000s. We have more mid-tier channels in the 13,000 like Sean from Reserved Investments. We've got smaller channels like Rock Pokemon. Okay, so we've got pretty much the whole plethora across the board. Okay? When we look at Rudy, Alpha Investments, this is what he thinks of modern sealed product. The picture says it all. I don't even need to play you the video. You can go watch it for yourself. It's $3 million into Pokemon investing, Alpha Investments. He's got 364,000 subscribers. This video has 115,000 views. This is what he thinks about modern investing. Okay? That says it all. That says it all. So you choose for yourself the path you want to take in this hobby, which content creators you want to listen to. I'm not here to do that for you. I'm just here to put out consistent facts, consistent data, consistent market trends, and try to teach and help people understand how to play markets and how to ride on the back of trends and how to see shifts in the marketplace when they happen. And so I hope this video helps you on your Pokemon investing collecting journey. Let me know in the comment section as always. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I have many more videos just like this coming soon. My name's Alex, this is Nostalgianomics, and I'm out.